Hello. Good morning everyone. Today we are going to learn prototype model. So in this video we are going to discuss why we need to use prototype model, what is a prototype model, what are the advantages of prototype and what are the disadvantages of the prototype model, and when we are going to use the prototype model. So we are going to understand after small intro.
Camera rolling, action.
Let's start understanding prototype model. So here you can see here, if you have watched a waterfall model and SDLC, so here I have added two more phases. One is design and develop prototype, and here one extra phase is testing and coding. What actually happen? Tester or developer will test the prototype. This is the difference in the prototype model and earlier model. Now the question is why we need to use the prototype model. So the thing is, whenever client is not clear about the requirement or developer is not able to understand requirement easily, so in that case we'll go with the prototype model. So what is major difference here? In prototype model we are going to actually make the prototype. So for example, let's say we are talking about the Facebook. This is the login page of the Facebook. So now what happens whenever clients wants to create the login page, but they are not where they are going to put the, this functionality, this field where they want logo or design or animation of the company. So in that case what happens, designer will create the prototype. For example, someone wants to create the login page. So this is ABC client, and ABC client will go to the company called Wipro. For example, they are going to a Wipro, and they will explain the requirement and they wants to build an application. So what Wipro will do, Wipro will create a prototype. So initially this is the client requirement. So as per the client requirement, design team few people will create a prototype of the login page, and now what will do, they will place somewhere login button, few this sign up process they will place somewhere, logo, everything they will place, and they will again send back to the client. So once client will check this prototype, this is the prototype, and they will send to the client. So client will see. Now after that client will tell, no, here I don't want logo, so they will place something else. For example, they want to place logo here, or they want to change login button to keep it here, and instead of this design they want to change some design. After that they want to change the fonts or anything. So later on what happened, client will send again the few changes, and according to that designer team will change the design. So once design is ready, again they will send to the client. Once client is satisfied with the designer, they will again send back to designer with the okay message, I am okay with the design. So after that later on designer team will send the prototype to the developer or tester. So here it will be a developer or tester. So what they will do, they will test the prototype according to the requirement. So what will happen, developers also should understand the design. So once design is ready, this design developer and tester will look, and they will analyze the design. They will create the architecture of the code. Even meanwhile tester will start writing the test cases. Even tester also test the prototype. So they also will think, for example, I am adding username, login button, and here the login, if forgot password is missing. So they will test the prototype. If is there any missing, or is there any requirement gap, or they are not able to understand anything, so again they will contact the client or requirement collection team. So again they will send to the client, boss, we have this much error and connection, we need to fix this error. So once client is ready, again they will send to the prototype team, and again they will make the prototype. So this is how prototype model works, and based on that, when actual design phase is going to start, before that time we will have this design ready. So after that no need to change anything. Developer and tester both are clear about this requirement, and they are clear about the design as well. So at this phase only, once requirement gathering is done, design prototype is done, and here actual prototype testing take place, it will done by the design team or client or developer or tester. So once this phase is freezed, later on everyone will get to know what they are going to build, and end of the day what type of application they are gonna get. So actual application will be exactly similar to the prototype. So here once testing is ready, actual application will be exactly similar to the prototype. So this is the main benefit of making a prototype. Here only everyone knows how application will work. So once testing phase is done, then installation phase will take place. For example, it is a in every application there will be a backend code and front-end application. So in front-end there are three parts. One will be a web application or iOS application or Android application. So they will push into the Play Store or Play Store, App Store, or if it is a web application, then they will keep in somewhere in the server. This is the installation phase. Once installation phase is ready, they will release the product, and later on maintenance will take place. So in maintenance, what they will do, they want to do some changes, or they are keep monitoring on the back end or front end if there are any issues or bugs. So in later phase they have to only do the enhancement. So this will done in the maintenance phase. So this is how end-to-end prototype model works. So now we understood the prototype model. Now we are going to see why we need to use prototype model and what are the advantages and disadvantages of the prototype model. So first we will learn when we need to use the prototype model. So this is a simple thing. When customer is not clear about the requirement, or customer is choosy, or they wants to change everything frequently, so in that case we can freeze the prototype, and it will help to build customer confidence. So in that case we are going with the prototype model. So now the thing is, what are the advantages of the prototype model? So first is it will improve the communication between the teams. So for example, it will improve the communication between the client and actual development company. So initial phase both are convinced, they have communicate multiple times, and they understand each other, and they know the mindset of the client. So it will help to build the communication and rapport between the two teams, client and development company. Next is build customer confidence. So why it will build the customer confidence? Because once prototype is ready, customer will get to know what development company is going to build the product, or how their product will look like. So customer will satisfied in development phase itself, and customer will be happy ki I am going to get this product. Later on, error can be identified earlier. So we have developed the prototype. In prototype, developer, tester, designer, business management, or project manager, client, everyone has involved. So there are many chances they can identify error in prototype making stage itself. So we can say error can be identified in earlier phases only. After that, missing functionality can be identified. So again, they have communicated much on the prototype, so they will get to know if any functionality is missing, if they feel we can add something else instead of this, or we want to remove this. So this can be identified earlier, and it will be easy for both the client and development company. So missing functionality can be identify earlier, and technical team will have more product knowledge because they have started working on the prototype. They know the product very well from the beginning. So that's why tech team also will have much knowledge and confident about the product, because they will get to know what developers are going to make, or developers are going to develop, and what testers are going to test. They are ready in the prototype phase itself. Now we will see what are the disadvantages of the prototype model. So there are main disadvantages. Investment is more, because in prototype development they need to use few tools like Adobe. So those tools come in under the license. They need to purchase few tools. They require a particular team for developing the prototype. Communication will take place. So in that case, investment require more, and delay also happen in the actual development phase. Because for example, prototype discussion with the client, for example, it will take the 2 months. So it will be a delay in the actual development. Actual development will start from the 3rd month itself. So it is delay in the actual product development. So these two are major disadvantages of the prototype model. So I hope everything is clear. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video.